what we're seeing right now is super similar to what we saw over here. Okay, let me tell you why. So here, well, first look at this. Run up number one. Okay, look at this. Run up number one. Bam. Okay, slight pullback. Bam. Run up number one. Slight pullback. Right. Okay. Run up number two into a top. Run up number two into a top. Okay, so we'll call that run up number two. Run up number two. Okay, then look at this, guys. You go sideways for, bam, 18 days. Okay? You go sideways for, we've been going sideways for 12 days so far. Right? So actually, if you thought it was slow and boring right now, you must have forgot we actually went sideways and boring for an even longer time over here. Okay? And so you can see how similar these things are, right? Run up one, pull back, run up one, pull back, run up two, top, sideways for 12 days, sideways for 18 days, and really, I mean, you could say we've been going sideways here for 15 days as well, So super, super similar so far. Now, what I want to do, I want to take just, a pattern and overlay it to what we're seeing right now, up to that top. Okay, bring that over. And this is what we're very likely to see in the worst case, in my opinion, is we're going to do something very, very similar to that last time. Okay, the market is still bullish. Bitcoin is still bullish. We are uptrending at this point, and banks are going down. A lot of people think that the economy is bad for Bitcoin, but actually the economy is great for Bitcoin. Okay, this is great conditions for Bitcoin, in my opinion, and so. In my opinion, everyone's conditioned to be bearish because we've been going down for 15 months that everyone is so used to being bearish, they're going to stay bearish, and they're not able to make the pivot and the change when the time to make the change is there. So this is what I think we're going to see worst case, which this would be a pullback down to 25,900, which is, pretty much the previous highs as well as the high right there of that pullback. Okay, which makes sense, and it's almost even back to that. So this makes a lot of sense to me. In our worst case, we're going to pull back down to 25,900, and a lot of people will say you can't just copy a pattern from the past and expect it to play out again. Well, the truth is, maybe it's not going to play out the exact same, but I'm telling you, the reason the candles are moving so similarly, the reason everything is moving so similar. The thing is you got to understand the human reaction to the way price is moving is pretty much always the same, right? People go crazy when they see big green candles, and people get scared when they see big red candles. And so the way that people react to the movement in the chart is a lot of times the same. And the way people react is how they buy and they sell. And so these patterns, you may think it's crazy, but they tend to repeat way more than they don't. And so considering my bias is bullish on the market, considering that the market environment is bullish for Bitcoin, considering that banks are going down, considering that the Fed maybe in 3 to 6 to 9 months, not only stop raising interest rates, but actually have to cut the interest rates. These are very, very bullish things for Bitcoin. The US dollar is losing value to a lot of currencies right now around the world. And so, to me, all these things are bullish for Bitcoin, not bearish for Bitcoin. If people don't realize that, then that's on them, okay? But I'm showing you what I think the worst case is. We pull back to 25.9 before going higher, but we may not even pull back to 25.9. But damn, if we come back to this buying zone right here, I think this is a beautiful time to be loading up. If you haven't already, obviously on my channel, I called the bottom at 16K on January the 6th. You can go back to my Twitter, you go back to my YouTube channel, you will see all those videos where I called the bottom at 16K. People told me I was an idiot. People told me the macro was bad. And people told me that I knew nothing because I was ignoring the macro. Well, it turns out the only macros we found out about was how many amazing macros were in my big-ass nuts for calling the bottom. And so now these people missed out on the bottom. But hey, don't miss out on the next bottom, because I think we're going to get a new bottoming point here. And I'm going to even mix in a little bit of a crazy analysis here, and I'm going to add in some moon phases, guys. All right. Now, we can laugh all we want, but these moon phases, they ain't too shabby. They ain't too shabby at calling these tops and bottoms. Now, what you'll notice is actually this moon phase came on January the 7th. It actually came a day after I made my bottom prediction, which is pretty cool, right? Now, it also came around here on February the 6th, which was not the bottom, but it was very close to the bottom, right? Bam, it came here early on March the 8th, which was not the bottom, but it was very close to the bottom. Okay, so these things, they tend to pop up pretty damn close to bottoms here. Here you can see it popped up right here before running. Okay, bam, 10%. Here you can see it popped up pretty much on the days of the bottom. It's just that it came while it was dumping, right? And overall though, it's pretty much right next to the bottom. You can see right here it pops up on the 7th. You can see here it pops up on the 6th. Here you can see it pops up on the 7th. Well, guess where this bottom would be? It would be around the 12th or the 9th, which means, a lot of times we're seeing the moon phase, it pops up early, right? Pops up early, pops up early. And so if the moon phase pops up on the 7th, for example, right? If it pops up on the 7th, that could be, once again, right next to the bottom. Okay, so imagine there's a little moon right here, and it's going to be right next to the next bottom at support, testing the previous highs before going higher. Guys, that's my analysis for you of what I think is the worst case. If we're going to pull back, I expect it to be here for the next, 9 days before, bam, setting a bottom, going higher. And you got to realize that we've ran up so much and we have pulled back so little. That is bullish price action. And, this is not a pump and a dump. No, this is a pump, consolidate, regain strength, let new buyers come in before we push back higher. That's what this is. This is bullish price action. If you don't get that, then, hey, keep shorting. But I think, it's not going to work out so well for you guys. There was a time to be bearish. There was a time to short. I shorted the top at 69K. I called the dump down to 47K. All right, I called the dump down to 30K, 26K, 20K. And I'm telling you, just like I told you in my tweet the other day, it is embarrassing to be a bear right now. You should have been bearish when I was bearish. Pay attention, okay? And so you could be like Capo. You can add to your shorts on dips at the bottom. There are people who have been shorting since the bottom. This guy's been bearish since the bottom. Guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you're doing that. I have also told you guys what I think are the next 30 to 1000x plays in crypto. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing a $100 giveaway, which I think this $100 can and will literally be worth $2,000 to $10,000. So I'm planning to do more giveaways like this of coins that I'm super bullish on that, may be worth $100 today, but in my opinion are going to be worth $2,000+ later. That, coins that I literally, genuinely, truly think are going to 20x plus, I'm going to be giving those away in small amounts to you guys, but these small amounts can be, massive amounts for you in the future. So I want to do that, and I'm going to be doing multiple of these over the coming weeks. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. I think you have a very good chance to win. Yeah, Crashes Clay 69, guys. Remember, guys, I'm very bullish here, and I would not be surprised if we don't pull back here. I'm just preparing you for what could be a very likely bullish scenario that we're getting, right? And in my opinion, all scenarios are bullish here unless we break down. If we break down to like 24,300, even then I can't say it's bearish. At the end of the day, market's still up trending. So, at the end of the day, guys, I did an analysis on this, and I told you guys this a long time ago, that basically the energy, the direction, the momentum of this market, right? I told you guys this a long time ago, down at 16K. I told you guys, look, the momentum and energy has been down. Now, at this point, guys, the momentum and energy will be this way, okay? And so whether that means you can drop down some, like you could even drop down 8,000 points, at the end of the day, the momentum and energy is this way, right? And so if you understand that, then even on the dips, how bearish can you really be? Because look, guys, I've called the bottom at 16K, and I'm telling you right now, we ain't going below that. The worst we can do is come back and set somewhat of a double bottom. Okay, so I'm telling you, man, the energy and direction of this market is going to be this way. And so being bearish on it is just, you can short it. Trust me. You can make a lot of money shorting when things are bullish, but you have to pick your spots. You have to pick your entries, and then you need to be taking profits on those dips, because those dips aren't going to last forever when the direction and momentum is this way. Okay, so up and to the right now instead of down and to the right. You need to understand that. So I'm bullish, and I can understand why some people are shorting up here at 30K. But the market likes to do this where, look, you shorted 30K, it drops to 27K, you're in some profit, bam, you round trip, it pops right back on you, and you're all of a sudden you're break even, or you're even losing money because you're stubborn and you're not closing out your trade for profit on the short side. That's the kind of market we're in. Just like in a bear market, you could long it, you could long Bitcoin, but you need to understand that if you long the bottom here, that's like shorting a temporary top, right? You long the bottom here, if you don't take some profits, bam, that's coming way back lower on you. If you short here, hey, you may be in a little bit of profit, you may catch the temporary top, but bam, you better take some profit, because that's not going to be the high. That's what you need to understand, guys. Drop a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.